finally the day. We're gonna start the, well, start and should be finishing the rear end install. I got a Detroit Trac to install in my truck because my truck's an open diff, and I got a whole kit set for to be able to install a Detroit Trac in it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna stop at Tim Hortons quick, grab myself a bagel or two, and it's a pretty crappy day outside, as you can tell. Really crappy. But yeah, we're gonna get going, and hopefully this goes well. I was just thinking to myself too, I'm really gonna have to, these past like 2-3 days, I've been trying to get myself in the habit of not beating on this thing, because I do have kind of a heavy foot, and for 500 miles I gotta take it easy on this thing, so I break these gears in and stuff. Because I got the same ratio gears, but they're still new gears. And so I've got to take it easy. And I've been trying to get in the habit of it, but it's gonna be difficult. I recorded it just a tad bit late, but just past the dealership where I bought my truck. Okay, so we got the wheels off. Pull these brakes off, pull the axles out. Brake rotors are off. This one was easy because I was already missing this, but this one's... You're gonna want to knock that. Alright, you want to zip the drive shaft off? Yep.
For 2019 have been revealed for the state of Michigan, coming out a couple of days ago. Now for the girls' top 5 for this year, rounding out the top 5, Ava.
So you kind of want that pin to stay in until you're about at the bottom.
Apparently it has something to do with being a Saint Michael, which God knows I'm far from.
Kind of do one of these numbers.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, light, refrigeration, cell phone charging, all gone. Take back control. A standby generator from Diesel Electric.
That's when your shafts go in.
Oh, you pull the C-clips out?
And the C-clips come out. And those should just fall like that into the bottom of the case.
With the Generac home standby generator, the world leader in air-cooled standby generators. Whether it's
sometimes they require, a little bit low.
Or a backup generator powering your entire home to an outage. Purchase a Generac home standby generator from Diesel Electric before January and receive a 7-year extended limited warranty. That's a $695 value. Diesel Electric.
Buy one, get one 50% off. Bring in the new year and celebrate another year of great deals and low prices at Meijer. It's food supply. See the New Year's deals in the Meijer app.
Join the family. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at 98KCQ. Follow us. We'll follow you back. The most country 98KCQ.
Pretty simple.
Cool.
Yep. This one should.
Alright, so now we got everything out. I've got to put the shims in, and I got to beat this bearing on. So I was beating the bearing on, and this tool that I had gets too small right at the bottom. So we were looking for something, and we found this. But now I gotta find a way. I gotta find a way to beat this on. Alright, so I finally found a way, and I kept beating this on, and I've checked the shims and they don't move and there's no air gaps in between them, so I'm gonna say it's on there pretty good. And in the meantime, he got the surface cleaned up and put the new races in there.
You always want to turn it a little bit too. Like after you just made a tighten on it, you want to turn it so it sets the bearings.
Oh, okay.
Races, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still a little bit more.
Here's the old one and the new one, which it's hard to even see in there, but I'm excited. Bearings, I pressed those on yesterday at work. So yeah, I mean, it's going pretty well.
Literally finger tight. It's kind of snug up. This adjuster snug. There. Stuff.
Yeah, it kind of gets, I can see it, likes to, I'd like, there you go. It's hard to put that one up. Almost. There you go.
I think you're snug this one up to achieve that preload. You have that on the key? Little loose, that's like 11 thousandths. I want to say you want to be on this one more like 5 to 6, so we're going to tighten it up a little bit.
Now, how do you know which one to tighten up?
The key to any time you're adjusting this is whenever you take something out of here, you put it back into, you know what I'm saying? You put it back into here to keep your preload, because you could take it out of here and achieve it, but you're going to lose your preload. It's kind of a battle of fighting the force coming from this end to keep your preload, and this end, which is more your retaining end, is how I kind of see it. This is your backstop. This still gets preloaded because you're putting force on it, but this is going to push. So if I put this one turn, I may have to tighten this one up a little bit less, or a little bit more to achieve what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
This part is kind of the
Bitch part.
there's no real, it's not, I enjoy it because it's kind of technical.
Yeah.
But there's a procedure for it, but you just gotta be, smart. I mean, you can't be dumb. And I want to push the ring gear toward the pinion. So I'm gonna crack this one loose just barely, because right now I've got it tight. Just barely crack that one loose, maybe a turn and maybe a half turn. I can always tighten this one back. And I'm just gonna give this one maybe a turn. I kind of want to check though and make sure you're not losing, you're going to zero. Spin it again, make sure everything's nice and set, because those side bearings are a key factor in your backlash too. Feels like that might be a little bit too much. That's actually right, kind of where we want to be. It's right around 6,000, 7,000.
6, 7, yeah.
So now we're gonna paint it. Before I lock down the sleeves, I kind of make sure this is
All right, guys. I'm really sorry that it just jumped to me driving the truck right now, but like the last 8 shots, the camera battery's on red and I want to save it a little bit. But I just took it off the hoist and I backed it out, and I'm gonna go take it down the road real quick, see how it sounds. So far I didn't clunk or nothing, already moving in gear, and I was kind of in a mud pit to have to leave, so, but I'm gonna take it down the road real quick, see how it goes. Guys, so like I said, I'm sorry that at the end I just kind of jumped to driving in the truck, but that whole time we were setting backlash and stuff, I thought the camera was gonna die midway through because it was just flashing right at me the whole time. And I know I need to invest in another battery because I had one and I lost one, and it was cold in the garage, so that really killed the battery as well. But real quick to talk about everything, first of all, a huge thank you to my buddy Eric. I went to school with him. He is a good buddy of Ryan, or he went to school with me and Ryan, and also Justin and all that kind of stuff. We all know each other, and so a huge thank you to him. He used to work at a Dodge and Ram dealership, so he was one that I was definitely trusting to do this, because rear ends are not my specialty at all. So I trusted him pretty good because he's done it a bunch of times, and I made this video. I'm finishing this up New Year's Day, and I made this on the 29th, and so I've driven it about 150 miles. I said in the beginning, breaking in for 500 miles. That was a little excessive, and now that I'm kind of thinking about it and talking to everybody, 500 miles was way too excessive. You don't have to break it in for 500 miles, especially because there's no clutches in this rear end. I went from an open diff to having a straight, like a gear driven limited slip differential. There's no clutches, it's straight gears. So there's really nothing to break in. I did put new ring and pinion in as well, and new bearings. So like, you know, those will wear in real fast and kind of break in. So like I said, I'm at 150 miles. I'm still going easy on it just because I'm trying to kind of listening for stuff. And one thing I didn't mention in the video, and I thought I did when I was there, is he told me because of how kind of strong we're setting up the gears, there might be a little bit of just, he said it's either going to be strong and noisy or weak and quiet, you know, on the weaker side and quiet. And we set them up to be as strong as we could with still having the right amount of preload and backlash and everything, and still letting oil be able to get through there. So on coast, I'm noticing just like a very, very, very faint. You got to be listening for. You can hear a very faint whine, like in a movie where a bomb's coming out of a plane coming closer to the ground. Like that's what it sounds like on coast. It doesn't bother me at all. That's the only thing I've noticed in the past 150 miles. Everything's been going good. Everything's great. If you want to know everything about what I had to do for this rear end, you want to know more info, you can message me on Instagram. It's the same exact thing as my YouTube, same username, showoff 3.4, or you can, you know, comment on this video, message me on anything, or the video that a couple videos before this, I'll put it right here. Got my gears for my Ram 1500. That explains everything you need for what your gear is. But if you have any questions, just message me on Instagram or anything, and I'll respond to you very soon. But yeah, huge thanks, and like I said, I'm sorry for jumping at the end of the video, and it was kind of hard to record in there too, just because me and him were both working and my hands were filthy and it was loud in there and blah blah. We had music going and stuff like that. So, but if you have any questions, let me know. Basically, the next 1 or 2 videos, it'll be I'm going to be doing a massive burnout to show you guys how the rear end works. I can tell you right now, it snowed here the other day and it locks up so fast, so nice. Going from an open diff to this is amazing. So I'll be showing you guys how well it works here within a week or so. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Have a happy new year. 2020 is gonna be phenomenal, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next vlog.